Hello, and welcome back to our U.S. 1890 campaign, Waves of Steel, here in Rule the Waves 3. Last episode, we started building some stuff. We got some Kansas class battleships being built up for us here. They are armed primarily with a bunch of 14-inch guns, backed up with a few, not too many, 6-inch secondaries. But hopefully they won't be using the secondaries too much because we are getting into um, the second decade of the 1900s essentially. So things should be a little bit more accurate. I might be getting some like rangefinder and fire control breakthroughs that I can upgrade them to. So we'll see. But for now, let's press buttons. Unrest is a little bit higher than I would like it to be. So let's not go for any budget here. There's secondary turrets. Okay, we've got some torpedo improvements. Not really our thing as the United States torpedoes, but doesn't hurt. So this is what the Moltke looks like, the German battle cruiser. It's 21,000 tons, 11-inch guns, 8-inch belt with some 6-inch secondaries. It's very fast, so 26 knots. Not too shabby. It can't outfight us, but it can outrange us. Here we go. What do we got? Nothing. And we're getting tensions going down due to the war just all around. We do want to try to keep this tension in the yellow so we don't get any budget cuts, and we're getting some industrial productivity increases, which is good for us. Takes a little bit of the edge off of our balance deficit. This guy is above average. We're going to gain prestige. It's going to hurt our fleet morale for a few months. Let's see. So tensions high between Italy and France. France is allied with Russia. Italy allied with us. We should say let's mediate to lower the tensions for now, so we hopefully don't push into like a war immediately with our lower fleet morale. That would be punishing. All right, and our monthly balance is looking pretty good. We can go 26. That's like 52,000 uh, in the negative, so we're okay. In fact, we could probably start working on dock size as well, but let's wait a minute here. Let's sell to Italy. They are our ally for now, and that's 2 months worth of deficit. We get semi-armor piercing ammo. Not too worried about that. Let's check the almanac and see how we're doing here. We're still behind Germany, behind Britain, and behind France. But there's nothing we really need to build that's going to be bigger than 26,000 tons right now. So let's hold off on that. This is the German battle cruiser that's being constructed. It's pretty good, 25 knots, almost 18,000 tons. That's almost a battle cruiser itself. It's got 8 9-inch guns. All right, we can build some submarines, some medium range subs, which we will do. Let's build 10 of those. Will put us into deficit for a while, like even more of a deficit, but we're okay with that. We want to get our funding down. So here is the Marseille. It's the largest battle cruiser in the world. Let's not sell to Russia this time. We are somewhat on the verge of a war with them. Let's check out the Marseille. 26 knots, 11-inch guns. That's pretty similar to the German one. Very similar, except it only has a belt. All right, here's the largest dreadnought in the world, 23,000 tons, the Kaiser Ring. Let's take a look at that one, see what it looks like. This is our competition for the next probably about 10 to 15 years. So this is 23,000 tons. It's 20 knots. Ours is faster at 22. Ours is heavier. They have 10 12-inch guns. We have 8 14-inch guns. They have 10 5-inch guns. We have 12 6-inch. We don't have any tertiaries. We don't have any torpedo tubes. And our belts are probably pretty comparable. I think ours is around 10 and a half or 10. Let's take a look at it real quick. Ours is 11.5 actually. Very cool. I think, I think we have the advantage for a little while here. Let's increase the long-term prosperity of the nation. That's a good breakthrough right there. Gradual improvement of armor quality, and you get weight savings. Double torpedo mounts. That means new destroyers here. Probably when they get over about 1,000 tons, we can mount a couple of doubles on there. Alrighty. You can see our balance deficit went down a little bit again because of the railroads that we built. Here is the Japanese battle cruiser, the Shirabishi. 25 knots, so it's slightly lower than its slower than its European counterparts. Same guns essentially, like 11, 12-inch guns with the same belt. So they are pretty similar. Let's look at our relations. Who is Britain allied with? They're not allied with anyone. Let's check out the almanac. Our battleships are not ready. So let's hold off. Let's try and make a little bit of peace here. Possibly cost us a prestige. Did cost us a prestige. But we want to be. Oh my gosh, stop it. Just draining our prestige, trying to keep peace between these fools. All right, they're criticizing the naval expenditures. There's Russia and Japan. We're going to handle this quietly. And everyone's getting mad at us because of our spying. All right, let's see here. Check out the almanac. So Japan is kind of on its own against Russia. And I think France is going to get dragged in. But really, Russia is their big threat over there with that Far East fleet. I wouldn't, I don't think this is out of reach for Japan if they play smart. They're pretty close to being even in power, especially since it's going to take France a while to get over there. And then France is really only going to be in a fight here in Southeast Asia. Well, we're raising tensions. Let's see. The Russians lost some destroyers, and Japan lost a heavy cruiser. Not a good trade for them. And they really don't like us spying on them, do they? Let's lower our spying, I suppose. We're not going to spy on Japan at all. They don't have anything that we want technology-wise. And this is going to cause tension. This was probably going to put us to war with Britain way before. Oh, nice. Okay, so we didn't go over. This is like way before our battleships are ready. Yeah, we still have a year and a half before they're going to be out of workup. We'll sell to Japan because it will help our balance a little bit. It gives us 2 months worth of balance. And I do want to get our funding down, but we're looking at another year and a half of this deficit anyway. All right. Is Britain allied with anyone? They're not. Why doesn't Italy step in and spend its prestige to mediate peace? Yeah, we'll sell to Italy too. That's another 2 months worth of deficit. Let's see here. Japan lost another cruiser and a pre-dreadnought. And Russia's just losing destroyers. Sure. Speaking of destroyers, did we? Yeah, we did finish a whole new set. So we're gonna get rid of these McDonald's. So let's scrap all of those. And we need to assign these new Columbias. So let's get rid of. So we're just shifting these into upper divisions, just getting them out of the way. There we go. And we'll have really nice first and second division cruiser forces there. And then we have these destroyers that need to be assigned. I think I built 10 of them. These are obsolete already, unfortunately. Let's check out our, where the heck is it? Light, there it is. So we can build up to 900-ton destroyers, which is what these, yeah, these are already 900 tons. So when we get the next upgrade boost, we'll be able to probably slap some double launchers onto, uh-oh. Well, no matter what, we're going to get tension with them. So let's do it. We may as well do it now. Get a little bit of budget out of it while we're at war, at least. Let's see. The Russians just took losses in that battle there. All right, there is the war. Now the question is Britain going to go to the Caribbean or are they going to go to North America? Tell you what we can do. We can immediately try to land a blow to their base capacity here in the East Coast. So let's see what happens. Here we go. Put you all on trade protection. We're going to put our old New York, on. Well, those are on foreign station. This one will go to raider status, and the Huntingtons will go to raider status. And then that'll be good enough for now. So let's see what we get. They might immediately rush all of their stuff over here. Looks like they did. This is going to be a big battle. Yep, there it is. Okay. Not great because they do have modern battleships. We're being leaning on our destroyers here a little bit if we. Uh-oh. As you've now developed the Scout Force concept, this is new. Your scouting units will henceforth be grouped in a separate Scout Force that is directly controlled by you. If you do not want a Scout Force, you can disable it in the doctrine screen. Okay, so what are we just assuming that the enemy is down here somewhere? I don't know. A little bit weird. Do we have destroyers? We do. Okay. And we have, those are heavy cruisers. Are these our new, those are old Galveston class. Can't remember the name of the new cruiser class, but this might be it right here. Columbia, there we go. So these are our little speedy boy cruisers. So those might be our primary weapon in sinking battleships. There we go. All right, let's get into line ahead mode. Squad max. Unfortunately, their battleships are probably going to be as fast as like our actual main ships here. These patrol boats, I don't like them. They're under AI control. I don't like them being under AI control. I'd rather just send them home if possible. Right. What if these are our Huron class? No, they're Nashville's. These look like they might be the Hurons. 24 knots. That's probably, well, they have torpedoes. Did I put torpedoes on those? Oh no. Did I forget to take the torpedoes off? Oh well. I'm not perfect. This is going to be a really ugly battle, I think. Put these on 25 knots. Yeah, this could be very, very ugly. We kind of have to hope for nighttime. It's 6 hours from now. Let's see, what class is this? This is the Michigans. And then this is the Wyoming. So the Wyomings, they have a shot. Like, they're not horrible. I'll put that on -2. Okay, and that'll be -2. Yeah, so the Wyomings, they're not horrendous. So they have a chance of going toe to toe with a battleship for at least a little bit. Battle cruiser right there. That's not a good sign. One hit from a battle cruiser will mess our light cruisers up pretty good. But look how far our torpedoes can reach. We're gonna get out of there. We're taking hits and near misses already from that thing. The problem is if that's like 26 knots at 24 knots, there's not very much that we have that can actually keep pace with it or even catch it, unfortunately. We've got destroyers, but it has enough secondaries that can keep my destroyers at arm's length, unfortunately. All right, let's get up to full speed with our battleships. As much as I want to conserve their engines, I need them involved here. That thing has 11-inch armor. So I can't even try to get lucky with like an 8-inch hit off these things here, the Hurons. Now, the problem is, where is their main fleet? These are the Columbias. Now, if I can maneuver around this Invincible. Oh, yeah, that thing is accurate. It's only hitting us with the 6 inches right now. Luckily, that wasn't the big guns. But if I can maneuver like around the Invincible bit and chase him up into our main fleet. Yeah, we're unfortunately only hitting him with 6-inch guns, which isn't going to hurt that 11-inch belt very much. We're getting a little bit stretched out by the chase. And we're scoring hits on them. It's just not going to do anything. That medium damage. That's fake news. All right, maybe. Oh, come on. This again? All right, come on. Fire torpedoes and go. We're gonna fire everything we have and just hope, pray for a hit that'll slow them down. Looking all right. Hey, there we go. Now he probably has torpedo protection, but that might cause some immediate flooding, which will slow him down quite a bit. What's going on up here? These guys are being quite foolish. Right. I highly doubt we're still going 25 knots, but okay. There we go. There we go. And there we go. Oh, that was really close. We don't have torpedo as a doctrine right now. We traded it in for damage control. The question is, where is the bulk of their fleet? Like, as much as it is, as nice it is to destroy a battle cruiser, it's just a battle cruiser. Like, we need to sink some of their pre-dreadnoughts, and if we can, an actual dreadnought. And we are still beating on this invincible. Yes. All right. Fresh set of torpedoes. Off we go. Make that one torpedo. That was close. Wasn't too bad. And the weather's getting nasty. So let's put everything to cruise and start sending it back home. Looks like we did kill at least one of the destroyers, possibly both of them. So we'll take that. It's not much. Like it's not a decisive engagement, but we will take it. Our poor light cruisers are just getting pummeled. But our heavy cruisers have caught up now. And then hopefully these are our Wyomings. They are. And we're going to send the old Michigans home. They're just kind of losing efficiency there. And you know what? These good cruisers here, they have done their job. So they're also going to go home. And we'll just replace them with these cruisers. So I think the enemy is slowed down enough that 21 knots will be able to maneuver without much of a problem. There it is. Disappeared for a moment. Into the murk. Here we go. And torpedo. Nice. Now we need to turn together to avoid a collision. And maybe we can put another one into him. Nice. Now we just pummel the heck out of them for a couple minutes and we send everything else home. Swing all this stuff a little bit further north, get it out of secondary range so we're not just like, shortcutting it home. Oh, come on. Shortcutting it home and like going way too close to the invincible. We have lost ships by doing that before, by being careless. I just want to hit them a little bit with our big guns. There we go. There's some 12-inch hits. We're going to go down to cruise speed. We're hitting them with our 7-inch broadsides now. And he's gone. Okay. So go home to New York. Go home to New York. And go home to New York. And we'll take that initial battle against... Uh-oh, there's a ship. An unknown ship. We just need to land a lucky hit on him. Yep, there we go. It's good enough. Now we go back down to cruise speed. That might have been the one missing destroyer that we weren't sure if we killed or not. And we're getting reports of ships up to the north. That's probably their like their main battle fleet up there, but we have expended a lot of ammunition and our funnels are not looking good, like our engines. So they're going to kill some of our patrol boats up there, which is unfortunate. Yep, they are killing patrol boats. But I'll trade a couple patrol boats for a battle cruiser any day of the week. If we go home. It should be a pretty good result. I don't think we lost anything. And I doubt we took extremely heavy damage. Some of our light cruisers might have taken decent hits. Okay. Now we just let it run out for a minute. Alrighty. So we lost a heavy we didn't even lose it. We took heavy damage to a Corvette. We did we sank a battle cruiser. They did have 3 dreadnoughts and 3 pre-dreadnoughts out there. We sank a couple destroyers. Very cool. So worth it. Nah, it wasn't that spectacular of a victory that we're gonna name it. So we get airships now. Oh no. Okay. Let's see here. Russia lost a heavy cruiser and a destroyer and another heavy cruiser. Japan lost a destroyer. Not too shabby. Can you offer some material or economic help? Italy, they are you know, Italy is the worst ally to have, no matter what the situation is. We're putting our subs on unrestricted warfare, and we're going to send a few of them, actually quite a few, down to the Caribbean. If I can find it on here, there it is. All right, save the game. Check the almanac real quick. That was the only battle cruiser that Britain has in service. Unfortunately, you have 9 freaking battleships. So we'll see. There we go. We're going for Nova Scotia. If we can capture this, we'll essentially cut off a big portion of their supply to the east coast here. And in this sort of battle, this is the kind of battle that forces them to come and fight. So we're going to go up to squad max on these cruisers. Squad max on the cruisers. These are Hurons. They go up to 24. These are a little bit older heavy cruisers. So these old heavy cruisers, I'm going to put them on 8 knots and send them back here to the transports. We're going to mosey our battleships up this way towards the objective because we're going to have some land targets to bombard. And we don't want to go too crazy on our engines. It's 3rd Battle Division. So what we're going to do is we're going to subordinate this one to the 3rd Division. We're going to go ahead and make it a corps. Oh, hang on. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, all right. Let's just go until we make some contact. There it is. All right. We're in no real hurry here. Oh. Okay. Time to get out of here. Well, maybe we could score some torpedo hits early on. It is nighttime. We have 4 hours of darkness. So you know what this means. Time to yellow it. Get our torpedoes ready to go. Get these torpedoes ready to go. Alrighty. These are our fast cruisers. Yep, there they are. And these are the Wyomings. So we do want to get them into action. We're going to speed them up. These older battleships, for now, we're going to keep them on their cruise speed. And we'll hopefully be using them as shore bombardment. But we'll see. We might have to throw them into the fight. Nice. That's the sort of thing we like. Just keep on flinging torpedoes there. Hope for some more hits. And up close like this, our little secondaries and whatnot should be doing a pretty good number on all these destroyers. We do want to maneuver, make sure we're not just going in straight lines for too long. So having scored a torpedo hit immediately on a what appears to be a dreadnought, that could be to our advantage. Yeah, we got one ship dead in the water. It's probably a destroyer. Uh-oh, this is going to hurt. All right, we have expended some of our torpedoes here. This was a bad idea to go through here. A really, really bad idea. Just get out. Just get out. Just get out. We're going to let them torpedo as they see fit. But if they won't launch, then we'll help them. Well, we hit a heavy cruiser and a battleship. Okay. Allegedly. This is the kind of knife fight that we do like when we have our um, torpedo cruisers. So I'm going to get these heavy cruisers out of here. These new, what the heck class are these again? These Columbias. The Columbias are on the way here. So we can start throwing them into the battle. They are very speedy. They can't take hits anywhere near like these heavy cruisers just did. But they might be able to get some damage in. All right, we're pretty sure this isn't an invincible in front of us because we sank the only invincible. There we go. And we're just launching torpedoes into there at random. There we go. That's wonderful. Even if we can't land troops in this battle, I think we will. I think we'll be able to land troops. But even if we can't land them, sinking these ships is really good. I mean, these could very well be misidentified heavy cruisers in the midst of all of this. I'm going to do turn together here. I don't know if that did much, but and then these are the Wyomings. So we're going to slow them down a little bit. But even if we can't sink, or even if we can't occupy the territory, just sinking all this stuff is really valuable if we can sink more. We're already doing pretty good. Well, look at this. This gigantic log of information that's happening here. Uh-oh. Our St. Louis is sinking. Over here. Oh, I guess we drove right into a bunch of ships. They've got multiple battle groups going here. I'm going to go over and try and help that out as best I can. I was paying attention to this area and I kind of neglected this one. What are those? Those are Galvestons. So we were thinking about probably retiring those not too much longer from now. So it's not a gigantic loss. Let's speed this division up a little bit and start getting our destroyers involved. The enemy formations have broken up quite a lot here, so this could provide some opportunities. We do want to avoid all these destroyers. We're sailing right between them. Providence took a torpedo. It's a light cruiser. Oh, all the way out there? How? All right, well, we'll break it off. It's probably going to sink no matter what we do. AI control. Well, we'll leave the torpedoes on just in case it runs into an enemy, but there you go. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can't hit something with these cruisers that are very heavily damaged. Okay, that's good. I'm very confused about what I have selected there. I can't really tell what's happening. All right, this is, I need to focus on this for a minute here because this is a chance to actually torpedo some of this stuff. Yeah, I can't quite catch up to get a good clean torpedo run in. This is just a gigantic melee, essentially. Okay. Yeah, this is a mess. A complete mess. I can't tell who's winning and who's losing anymore. We'll go up to 15 knots. If I can't get them to do shore bombardments, then I'll at least get their guns in the fight. I really can't tell what's happening. This is so chaotic. It's just it's a knife fight in the dark here. All right, Minneapolis, you are hurting. Let's just try to get you to go home, I guess. Yeah, we're losing a lot of light cruisers. We've lost several already, probably like two or three or four. And I can't get this destroyer group to follow my orders. This is a mess. This is really bad. There's too much going on. Well, I mean, we'll take whatever we can get. Okay, we might just need to pull back away from this situation that we have here. It's a little bit too much happening right now. We are taking just immense amounts of damage. Although I wouldn't mind getting our Wyomings into this fight here with these battleships, these alleged battleships. Do we have torpedoes? We do. Cool. All right. That's probably a heavy cruiser or an old battleship, like a pre-dreadnought. Well, I'm not sure who is winning this, but I'm kind of tempted to say that neither of us are right now. Ah, stop it. It scares me. Something crashed into something. All right, all my torpedoes are gone. Something just rammed a thing over here. Doesn't matter all that much. Okay. This is where I want to concentrate my efforts right now, I think. This might give me the most bang for my buck. Their secondaries are very deadly. But, these destroyers, they're arrows that we are to fire at the enemy and hope for the best. And if they die, they die, I guess. That's a good. Just look at all these destroyed cruisers. Okay. Well, there, we're going to do the Sparta thing. You either come home with your shield or upon it. Every time I get that pause, I keep hoping against hope that it's torpedo hits. Let's turn off the AI control. Put it at max -2, and we will send it up there to bombard the land target. You never know. I don't know where our transports are at. Actually, there they are right there. They're not going to want to sail through all of this junk. But if the enemy gets out of the way a little bit, Okay, well, that little damaged destroyer is absorbing a lot of hits that our working destroyers should be taking. Okay, well, still not, still iffy. Yep, there is another light cruiser. We are not going to have many light cruisers when this is over. But they might not have many battleships when this is over. I think we've lost about all of our destroyers and more than half of our light cruisers. I don't know if this apocalyptic battle will end up being worthwhile or not, but we'll see. Because they still seem to have quite a bit of assets. Hopefully, these are actually just like heavy cruisers that are being misidentified. And let's bring this battle division back. There's no point in continuing up there towards the objective. Look at all these sunken ships. Iron Bottom Sound off the coast of Nova Scotia. But if we're really sinking battleships here, which, there's no guarantee that we are. Okay, well, there goes the Cleveland. How could we miss that shot? All right, get out of here. All right, let's break this off if we can. Save what we can. This has been a disaster. Oh, hang on, there's something going on over here. Where are our good battleships? There they are. So I'll swing them back up this way, just in case the enemy wants to chase. We are going home in tatters. This is certainly the bloodiest battle we've ever fought. And it's all going to depend on how many of their battleships we sank. That is the most important part of this whole thing. Oh, there's some contacts. In the transports are still heading north, so you know what? Let's bring, where are our battleships? Here they are. Let's bring them back up here to do some shore bombardment. And you know what? If they've retreated home, then this is our opportunity to get this invasion off now. Here comes something. Oh, Battle Division 2, why you so silly? It looks like they might be retreating home. Now, I don't think we lost any of our battleships. We definitely didn't lose any of our Wyomings that I know of. If we had any fast ships left alive, which we don't really, we could have gone up here and maybe tried to finish off some of this stuff. There come the transports. Okay, we're not. This isn't over. We don't want anything slipping past us here and getting away to go interfere with our great and fantastic plan. Which is the part where we just try to save whatever we possibly can. I am a little bit anxious and excited to see the results of this battle. Like, I know we lost probably every one of our destroyers. We lost like 10 light cruisers, probably probably a couple heavy cruisers. Okay. This is where we try to broadside some of these. Yeah, we're hitting the battleships. I mean, the pre-dreadnoughts. Squad Max and Squad Max. And where are the land targets? Where are the fortifications? There they are. We know they're there somewhere. Oh, hang on, let's get out of there. So we're just going to bring this to a complete stop right in front of the guns and bombard them with our 7-inch secondaries. We're going to bring over the old battleships, and we're probably, once they can take an order, they will probably park between the enemy guns and our Michigans in order to take the hits for them, because these are old, obsolete battleships, and we'd rather them be getting hit and taking damage and being out of action for a couple of months than our newer battleships. They're not our newest battleships, but they are newer. And hopefully, with all those battleships parked right there in the way, our transports won't be too hesitant to get in there. And we can even bring over the new battleships to add the 7 inch guns to the fun. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing we can really do to save these ships that are sinking on us. We sent them home as best we can. We're just trying to take out this coastal battery, but it doesn't really matter. Just let the timer go. When nighttime gets here, it'll go faster. So it's 7 hours. It's going to be a while. Let the timer tick down. I don't know that the coastal. I'm sure the coastal battery can actually reach. Yeah, I'm sure it can reach the transports. So if we leave, I think it'll just start shooting at the transports, and it doesn't matter because we have them in the objective now. All right. Well, it has heavy damage on it allegedly. Wonder if we flip our ships around. No, it doesn't matter. I don't think it'll matter. So we could do this. Like flip them around and bring the other set of guns on the other side of the ship to bear. I don't think. I think it. I don't think it like it's separate ammo supplies. That Des Moines probably has thousands of survivors on it by now. All right, let's get our battleships out of here. I guess maybe if we get far enough away, the timer will run faster. 4 hours left. Uh-oh. We'll slow the Charlotte down. We'd like to save our heavy cruisers if we can. We'd like to save anything that we can at the moment. What a battle. I can't even predict how this is going to look. I mean, I know that we are done on destroyers. Like we no longer have a destroyer fleet. I know that we took grievous losses amongst the light cruisers, and we're still losing ships. Yes. Okay. All right. So, what did we do here? We lost a heavy cruiser. We lost 8 light cruisers. We lost 9 destroyers. Then they lost, oh no, they only lost 1 dreadnought. They lost 7 battleships, 1 heavy cruiser, and 6 light cruisers, and 32 destroyers. We did successfully land. We heavily damaged, yeah, we heavily damaged some of their battleships. So at least they'll be out of the fight for a while. 27,000. Yep, that is worth naming. Let's see here. Japan lost a destroyer. Russia lost a battleship, a pre-dreadnought, and a destroyer. Ay, ay, ay. Well, our once beautiful cruiser fleet is gone. Our destroyer fleet is gone. We still have 18 heavy cruisers. We still have 22 heavy light cruisers. Britain is down to 8 light cruisers, 12 heavies. We killed like 7 or 8 pre-dreadnoughts, so they're down to 11, and they're down to 8 actual battleships. Destroyers, we have 1 left in service. They have 91. Okay. Well, that's not fantastic, is it? There's nothing really we can do to build destroyers during this war. But what we can try to do is consolidate our cruiser divisions a little bit here. So we're going to throw this one here. No, that won't work. Okay. We're going to put one of our light cruisers from Division 1 into Division 2. And Division 3 has 1 light cruiser left in it. So we're going to trade 1 over to 3. There we go. So at least they're not alone. If they get into like a little skirmish somewhere, it'll be at least be a pair. All right, this is a gigantic episode. It's over an hour long. Go ahead and call it there. Let me know what you think of this encounter that we had, this battle. We lost a lot of ships, and I didn't even look at the ship list because it's just too much to absorb. But you can see that we have, you know, seriously lost a lot of ships there. Luckily, destroyers aren't extremely useful in this era. The torpedoes are too short-ranged, and they die so fast, like they die like mayflies. So appreciate you all. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you next time. And sail safe out there.